wanting to be that girl, I lost this girl. I cannot allow myself to suffer every minute of every day now because I'm too busy wanting something else. I have 235 days left of my 20s and I'm on a mission to find joy and find myself again. Something I've been thinking a lot about is my inner landscape, right? My inner environment. When I think ahead to who do I actually want to be, who do I want to become, because so much of everything I've strived for the last few years, and I've been through such an immense period of growth. Like 2 years ago I was like living in Essex in debt, no idea what I was going to do, and then I moved to London and moved again, like a really nice flat, and got a job working for a celebrity. But in that I lost sort of where I am now, always in this state of like reaching. And I know it feels like quite a trite thing to say, which is like you have to be happy in the now. Like you can't just live like, I'll be happy when I finish my to-do list, I'll be happy once I get XYZ. I think so many of us actually still live like this, and I realise that it also pairs with the media that I consume and the format of the media I consume. Like back in the day, you know, we'd open a newspaper, it would be that day's information, you close it. You're so in the present moment because everything is so relative to the day and the moment that you're in now. Whereas I realized that my inner landscape is probably this sort of like never-ending circle of busyness because I'm on a rolling treadmill of consuming information from my phone and scrolling that never has an end date. Also living life on this treadmill of like, yeah, but once I get here and once I have this and once I move into this place, even though our external environment changes constantly, the one thing we have with us all the time is our internal environment. And I think they're interlinked. You know, once you have like a calm, I move through the world with abundance and calmness and grace, then your external world can reflect that. When we want to manifest and when we want to change who we want to be, we have to create the vision, right? And so much of my life has been driven by vision boards that I've made the last few years. Love them, still live by them. Really important for me to have like a visual aid and a visual goal to attach to that feeling. But I realized I have spent literally the last few years always in that future version, as opposed to living also in me. Like I'm so out of body all the time because I'm like trying to be someone else, trying to get there, trying to be that higher version of myself, as opposed to realizing that the higher version of myself is also who I am now, that they are one and the same, not separate. Like I feel like I'm living like there's me and then there's the cardboard cutout me, and actually I'm like living as this version all the time. One of the things that I talked to my therapist a lot about was I feel like I'm walking around and someone's going to catch me out all the time. I feel like I'm always in trouble. With who and for what, I don't know. But I also feel that I was living in this sort of waiting for somebody to jump around the corner and be like, aha, got you. You know, like at the end of Scooby-Doo, they take the mask off and they're like, it's you, Principal Miller, it's you. Like, I feel like I'm waiting for somebody to jump out and be like, it's you. I don't know where this seagulls are. I'm literally so far away from any body of water, you have no idea. So I feel that in wanting to be that girl, I lost this girl because I was too busy also clinging on to ideas. And I recently just had this experience where I got offered a job, like it was there, it was literally there, and then it got taken away from me, they gave it to someone else. It was crushing, it was so crushing because I'd put everything on this. I had piled all of my poker chips onto this one thing, and I was like, this is my answer, this is my salvation, this is it, this is the savior. I'm gonna get this thing, and then I'm gonna be, my work times are gonna be different, and it's closer to home, and it's more money, and I love the company, and I love the culture. Like it was there. And then I didn't get it, and the rug got pulled from my feet. And actually, even though it was one of the most painful things that happened, because I think it was my breaking point a while ago, it was, I'm laughing because I'm like, it was so bad, I don't know what else to do. Because I think it was my breaking point, actually what it did is it pushed me to the other side, where I realized I may not be happy in what I'm doing or where I am right now or who I am right now, but I cannot allow myself to suffer every single day because I am waiting for the other thing. I cannot allow myself to suffer every minute of every day now because I'm too busy wanting something else. I have to be able to still enjoy the now. I often think that these little sound bites that I hear of Emma Chamberlain are just like really basic sentences, but I think she's onto something when she says like, you just have to make life as enjoyable as possible. Like, it sounds so simple, but I feel that in my wanting the next thing, I'll be happy when I get there, the new job, the this, the that, I just like this treadmill all the time, and then consuming more information, consuming more data because I'm avoiding how I'm feeling. Like, this chaotic inner environment made the actual day-to-day life not enjoyable. And yeah, okay, you might not enjoy your job, you might not enjoy where you live, you might not, you know, your situation might not be what you want, and it might be really shit and it might be really painful, but the key is you have to just try and enjoy every day. Like, that's really genuinely it. And I think that I strived so much, I actually just have stopped living in the present. And so hard when you're in a body that you're not comfortable in. Like, this is a conversation I want to have another time, but you know, I am on a health journey trying to recover from SIBO and also lose weight, and it can be really hard to try and enjoy the day-to-day when you're like, I don't even feel comfortable in my own skin. But it's not what matters. It really isn't what matters. So I think looking forward, who do I want to be now, let alone who do I want to be when I'm 30, because it's about now. Who do I want to be, and what's important to me? I think I want to sort of create this calm inner environment, because it's the only thing we have all the time. Like, whether you're on the tube or you're at work or you're at home or you're in the gym, the only thing that is constant is your inner environment, is your inner landscape. And I don't want to be in a war zone. I don't want to be in an inner war zone. I want to be in a meadow. I want to be in a nice inner meadow with mossy grass and a stream and flowers. That's where I want my inner world to be. And at the moment, it's prickly and brambly, and I'm just like clawing through I don't know. I think I want to live and my inner world to be calm enough and slow paced enough that I can just like take a minute to decide how I want to move forward. Moving with calmness internally, so that then externally I can be like, okay, and then that's how I'm going to reply. Okay, that's how I want to move forward. And I think it's really hard when we get caught under the guise of like, I want to be that girl and I want to be this and I want to be that, because actually so often they just come with this like really annoying nonchalance, like that everyone's like too cool to, and I still want to have my joy and my energy, and my boyfriend calls me a firecracker, like I'm an Aries, like I still want to have that, like, but I think I can be both, you know, like I can still have a calm inner world and still be full of beans, you know, figuring it out. I don't know, do people have these sorts of thoughts, and like, is this what happens when you're a teenager? Because I just didn't have the existential identity crisis that I feel like most people had as teenagers. Like, maybe because I grew up with older siblings, I grew up around adults, I was like 10 and then I was this, like there was no middle ground. Like, maybe it's my Saturn return, I don't know. If you have any experience of this, or advice on like finding yourself and becoming who you want to be, just like coming home to yourself, like if you have any advice coming home, because also it might have other people who are watching this, please put it below because I'd love to hear it. So I just want to focus as well on this journey, that it's not all just about me like going out and doing stuff that costs money, like I'm gonna go here and do this and have dinner and go salsa. Like, it's not about doing stuff, it's also about the stuff that's free and actually difficult, probably the bit that I've been avoiding for quite a while. Hope you're all well, my loves. Thanks for watching. If you want to follow along on this journey, please subscribe. If you have any advice, put it below. And yeah, much love.